Hello, everybody. Good evening to whoever's joining from India, and good morning to whoever's joining from the US. Welcome to our webinar. I am Amit, and I work in sales here at vConstruct. I am joined today by my colleague Anil, who is the reality capture team lead here at vConstruct. Um, just a second. Yeah, I hope my screen is visible. Oh, hi, Ritesh. Welcome to our webinar. We are just getting started. And just to give you all an introduction, I am from vConstruct, and so is my colleague Anil here. At vConstruct, what we do is it's in our DNA to build better, faster, and smarter. And we provide BIM and VDC solutions and have been working to empower construction through the use of technology. And this webinar, which we are hosting today, is about using Navisworks viewpoints, if any of you have used it before. And is my screen visible, everyone? Okay. And yeah, without further ado, let us begin. I'm joined, as I mentioned, today by our speaker, Anil, who has experience working with ACC, Navisworks, Revit, and AutoCAD, and he'll be taking the rest of the session. And now, why are we having this webinar? So this webinar is actually to address the issue that Navisworks Viewpoints currently has, which is the time it takes to generate a PDF from the same. It is a very long process. It takes hours, and we have kind of figured out a way for this to be done in a span of minutes as opposed to hours. And we will show you how we are planning to do that in the session ahead. And once the session is done, you guys can interrupt for any questions, or you can ask us any questions. Yeah, just a second.
Hi. Thanks for the intro, Amit. Hi, Ritesh. Hi, everyone. So, what I'm going to talk about right now is the struggle that we used to have as people who are dealing with Navisworks on a day-to-day basis. So we go through this whole exercise of creating like beautifully marked up viewpoints with issues, with comments, and once we are done with it, and now the problem is we have to share it with people. Uh, but then how do we do it? If we have to get comments or markups, or if we want to share it to the on-site folks, the actual super people on the site. But then the reality of the situation is like, despite the rise of all digital workflows, printed sheets still rules the site. If you want to send something to the site, they still prefer printed sheets. But then Navisworks inherently does not let us print PDF reports out. The alternatives that it offers for exporting viewpoints are like HTML files or XML files, but that these are not easy to use or easy to consume. The alternative is to get a sheet like this where we are okay, sorry, Mm. where we are creating manually screenshot images and writing descriptions over it, and so that we can create a PDF sheet out of it. But then you can see it's like it doesn't look that good, first of all, but then it's also a very tedious process. So I have a clip over here that I want to play. So this is the whole process that it would take if we are doing we are doing it manually. So take a screenshot. So first of all, you go take the viewpoint, take a screenshot out of it. It pops up in the image viewer for all things. Then you copy it, go back to your PDF editor, which in my case is Bluebeam. You would have a template over here. You paste it up. you get it to the right size, right, based on the configuration that you want to have. Then you go ahead and write a description. And even after doing this, you can see like this easily took like 30 seconds, 40 seconds of our time. And still, even after doing this, what would pop up is something that looks like the previous slide. Something that looks like this, which may not be what we exactly need. So then over here, like as a group, we started brainstorming. We wanted to get a solution out of it. We wanted to get a way where we can do it this consistently and in a aesthetic manner, which we can easily share with the team. So with the product that we came up with is ViewpointToPDF. So this is a Navisworks plugin that we have created that can be used by anyone who uses Navisworks Manage to create PDF viewpoints and want to share with us, share with anyone in a printed format. So it lets us create consistent high quality PDFs, and it also lets us create in a familiar format where the teams are used to it in a PDF format. And it just avoids the entire copy paste chaos, and it's just streamlined, and it's a repeatable process. So I will also take you through this plugin down the line. So just briefing over the features it has right now. So we can define the settings like project details. We also can define our own legends. There is a way to get the image quality, high image quality, low image quality. We have a feature where we can bring our own template if the project team specifically requires a certain printed layout that they want. We can bring it. We can create custom ones. The features also include like plan views, selection of viewpoints. We also have a feature to number the viewpoints sequentially, selected ones, deselected ones, and we also can define how many issues we want per page, and we get to plot it all together. So this is like a walkthrough. So moving on, if I'm going and looking at the software itself. So right now I do have a demo. Bear with me when I switch over. So yes, I hope you guys can still see my screen.
Yeah.
Cool. So this is a typical Navisworks project that we may have. So demonstrative project. So not getting into the weeds of it. But then as you can see, I work with the reality capture team. So this do have a point cloud, do have like Revit models, and it's in a plan format as of now. I do have a few viewpoints already created for the demonstration. So first of all, I have a plan view, then I have a certain 10 viewpoints that I want to. So there are conduits missing, diffusers, and etc. So that's the project file. So if I'm looking at the plugin as such, once we have that one installed, it would pop up in a tab over here, vConstruct tab, and it will have this pane which has 4 different buttons. The first one is log issue, the second one is template, the third one is settings, and the fourth one is generate report. And now let's go through each of them one by one. Let me start with the template. The template, if I click on it, what it does is like it gives me a pop-up. I can browse for the template, which is already set up for the project right now. I'm gonna open up a template. This is a empty PDF that I have printed, which is a default Autodesk. Once that I have selected, the next option pops up, which is a space for images in the template. I'm clicking on define. This pops up another window. This gives us a preview of how the sheet template is right now, how it is. And what I want right now is for these 10 viewpoints that I have shared to be printed in this white space that I have in the template. So what I'm going to do is define this space, which is going to be used for printing the issues, and I'm going to save and click out. Similarly, I can do define spaces for legends, which I will talk about down the line. And then I'm clicking out OK. So the next one I want to talk about is the settings pane, which is another major feature that we want to talk about. The first pane over here is project details. It's if you want to keep track of any information, the project name, who name, the date in which the analysis was done, things like that. So below that, there are two separate legends. These are the customizable. This is the, I would say, the one that brings the most value to any team that is going to use this product. So the first one is where the text color can be changed, as I showed in the demonstration. So when I'm putting an image which I want to communicate with any other team or any other member, I usually follow it up or attach a description with it so that they know what I'm talking about. So this one, this section over here, lets me change the color of that text. And the section up above lets me put a border around that text. So both of these can be customized based on the particular use case that we are going to be using. Right now, it's defined as trade, which is which trade is it associated with, and the severity of the issue, which is critical. Maybe it's okay, maybe we can get away with it, but still we want to. And yellow is like verify on site. And if I want to maybe not use the word trade, I want to use with like maybe subcontractor. So that's a feature that we can directly use. So I can click out and just change it, and it will be reflected anywhere, and I can keep changing. I can change any of these existing ones, or I can click and add and a new one. For the demonstration purpose, I'm going to just put it back to trade. That's it. So we can define as per the requirements of the project and what particular information that we are trying to convey to the team. And once we have those legends defined, so right now I have architecture, mechanical, electrical, and severity here. And that's bottom one is a image quality slider. So sometimes what happens is like these PDFs are going to be sent over the mail, but then we might not have want that heavy of an email PDF that we can attach with the mail. So the limit is usually around 30 MB. So if we draw the slider towards the left and apply it, it will create a PDF with low resolution images that can be shared over PDF. And if I'm sliding it over to the right, it gives us like a very high resolution PDF that can be used for the on-site folks to print on a larger paper. So it both has its own places. So one is for sharing and one is for using. So sometimes you just might want to glance over the images. You don't want that much detail. So that's when we maybe slide it over to the left. And once I have all these set, all the legends are set, all the details are set, image quality set, I click on apply and I okay out of this issue. So right now we have the basic sets, a basic set for this particular process. We have the template defined and we have the settings defined where we have the all the legends defined. Cool. And right now, if I'm going back to this saved viewpoints, you can see I have left two without descriptions. That's for this. So there comes a third option, which is log issue. Once I click on it, what it does is like it gives me a dockable pane, which I have docked over here. It has three different columns. First one is description, and the second one is trade, and third one is severity. These are the two legends that we have defined in the settings page. So if we are setting something like subcontractor, that would be reflected over here. And all the legends that you have set in that page will be available for you over in the drop-down pane. And it also kind of shows you a demo of like how it's going to look, demo or preview on how it's going to look. So right now it's mechanical, that one would have a green outline, electrical would have a yellow, so on and so forth. Similarly, the criticality, this also shows a preview of how that text is going to look like. For this particular issue, issue number 4 that I have on screen, I'm going to write, this is going to be exit sign missing. I'm just going to show like how we might use it on a day-to-day basis. And the trade is architecture. I'm going to change the severity to critical and I'm going to save. So as you can see, once I have done that, it also reflects over here the saved viewpoints. So the next one, so this is the modeling error. Let me also type that fast. Modeling error. And I assign the trade, mechanical, then I update the viewpoint. Cool. Now we have all the issues set up. We have them renamed. We have the legends assigned with it. The good thing over here is whatever trade or the legend information that we are embedding over here, it's get embedded into the save viewpoints data. So and now comes the last portion where I am going to generate the PDF report out of it. So if I click on generate report, it's again another pop up. So it has a preview pane on the right side. And let's focus on the left side. So first option that we have to choose is a plan view. So whether we want to use a plan view or not. So in what it is like most of the times the people are familiar with the plan view with grid lines, so that they know they have a reference of a spatial location of what we are talking about. So in case if I'm saying an exit sign is missing, so it would help them to know where it is located. So in that case, what we can just click over here, then select the view that we have shared set as a plan view, and over here this is the all these are this gives you a list of all the issues that are saved as viewpoints in this particular file. So there is an option to select all and off. There is also insert serial number option. So what it does is like you can if you want to serialize the issue. So right now I'm not going to plot the plan view. I'm also going to avoid a couple of these issues over here so that I'm selecting only the ones which are relevant. And if I go and select insert serial number, it will just apply for the selected ones and it comes in a sequence. And I go to apply and plot issues, so it plots like that. Then the next one comes, I have to choose whether I want 4 issues, 1 issues, 4 issues, or 6 issues per page. This would populate the space that we had defined in our template. So if I'm clicking 6 and I click on hit generate report, the magic happens. So it will ask me where I want it. I'm going to call it webinar demo live, and I'm going to save it. Now it's done. And if I click OK, it will open up the native PDF viewer that you have installed. In my case, it's again Bluebeam. It will open up in a second. So what it has essentially done is it has gone through each of those viewpoints that we had selected, and it has so this is the plan. It has opened up already. So as you can see, it has used the template. It has occupied or filled up the space that we had defined. And if I'm further scrolling down, it has created 3 different pages. First the plan view, second and third pages with all the issues. So if I'm looking at this a bit more carefully, as you can see, it has given the text color and the background. This is how it would pop up. And right now it's like in a grid, it's all aligned, it's all the same size. And if I can just zoom in, so since I had kept the higher to image quality to the higher end, the image is also pretty clear. So you can like zoom in wherever if you want to like focus on a particular issue. And if I'm looking at this particular one, I can clearly see that the electrical box was missing. So this demo is for the particular use case that is part of one of our workflows that we use. This can be modified in any way or form that we want. So if you are in any way using Navisworks to create viewpoints that you want to share with anyone in a printed format, this tool is pretty helpful. So now I'm coming back to Navisworks. I just want to show you one more feature. So in the pane, if you click on ViewpointToPDF and expand it, it has one more option called statistics. So what it does is like it gives you a data set of all the issues that we had or the viewpoints that we had just marked based on the legends that you have defined. So right now it's like electrical, the red issues, mechanical, and architecture, red, orange issues. So it gives you a count. It will save it as a TXT format, but since it's a semicolon delimited file, you can just directly drag and drop it into Excel and use that information. So if you're keeping a track of all the prints that you're doing with how many viewpoints or how many issues you're flagging per pour or maybe per instance of you executing this workflow, it's a pretty good statistics to have. At the end of a project, it's like look back, get this information and share it with and draw valuable insights from it. So that was the demo part. Moving on, what I have here. So I just wanted to talk a bit more about like what the impact has been. So as I showcased in the initial slides, so how it was, right? It was inconsistent, there was issues. Right now, what this tool has done for us is like, it lets us create high quality PDFs, and it's a repeatable process and saves a lot of time. As you when I was showcasing the one issue that we used to do on a printed page, it used to take like 30-40 seconds for one single thing. And if I'm doing like 100 issues or 100 viewpoints to be printed, that scales up pretty fast and that's a very bad situation to be in. Right now, if I'm using this tool, the entire process would have taken like maybe a couple of minutes, and that's it. And I'm good. I have a printable PDF which is high quality, which I can share with anyone, that can be printed at a moment's notice, and there is no problem to share with on-site. So, handing it off back to Amit.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Anil, for that amazing explanation and showcasing how it really shortens the time taken to generate reports and get them in printable condition. Yeah, thank you for attending this webinar. In case you all are looking to sample or just have a look at Viewpoints to PDF, I'm dropping the links in the chat. Ritesh, in case you are not able to view this, just let me know. Oh, sure. No problem, Ritesh. Thanks a lot. I will anyways just drop the links in the chat. Thank you, Ritesh, for joining in. Yeah, feel free to check it out when you can, Ritesh. Thank you. Yes. Just a sec. Yeah. So thank you all for joining. Yeah, we will see you on the next webinar.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks.